Hi, everybody. It's Cher, Grin Grandma. Thanks for stopping in, and I really appreciate it. If you've been here before, you already know that my husband and I have been resellers for well over 20 years, and we're currently in 7 different brick and mortar shops, and we have 16 booths in those 7 shops. In addition to that, I list and sell on eBay. That's my number one online venue. Mercari, Poshmark, uh, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, and basically anywhere else. Whatnot, Haul, anywhere that actually will pop up that I see that I can uh, list some of our wares and make us a little bit of money. But I think it was last week that I actually was telling you that the booths that we're in cost us $1,445 every month. And that's, of course, plus the commission to the shops, which basically is 10%. So that means that if you're, well, come the first of every month, we have to sell $1,445 plus 10% before we can see any profit at all. That's a lot of money. Well, this week we were hit with another surprise, and that surprise is that 3 out of the 4 shops that we're in, is that right? Yeah, 3 actually had a rate hike on booths. So, in one shop, I'm looking down because that's where my notes are. In one shop where we were paying $530 a month for booths, it's now gone up $230, which means that if we kept all 4 booths, we would be paying $760 a month for that one shop. One of the other shops here locally, we have 2 booths. We were paying $280, and now we're paying, the new rent will be effective March the 1st, $350. And still another one, 2 booths. Our rent was $200 and now it's $240. So add that all up. Well, I'm going to let you add it all up. I've actually added it, but the numbers don't look right. And I'm a retired mortgage person, so I should know these numbers. But anyway, what we decided to do was to cut out one of our booths, and that's the one in Johnson City, and where we had 4 booths. And so now we're going to be cutting down to 3. But our rent is still going to be higher than it was with 4 booths because of the increase. So, but we're not complaining, actually. This is not a complaint video because this is what we do for a living. This is what we've chosen to do. And although we'd like to scale back, we were hoping to actually scale back on the number of booths when we wanted to, when we were ready, and not because of rate hikes, but that's okay. It's just part of a reseller's life. Um, but if you're selling online now and you're actually thinking about going into brick and mortar shops, think about that. Think about the fact that you do have costs, and if you're selling online, you don't go in each month with a deficit. Everything you make, you know that you take a percentage out of that, but the rest of it is yours to keep. And it's not like that in a brick and mortar shop. So, um, like I said, that's just something to consider. And if you're selling on eBay, you know that if you have, let's say, 50 items, and most people have more than 50 items listed, I think. Let's say you've got 50 items listed. Are you going to sell all 50 that month? No. Nope, doesn't happen. I don't care how great your traffic is. I don't care how wonderful your prices are and how cool your items are. You're just not going to sell out. I'd love to. If you've ever done it, let me know. Let me know what you've done, how you've done it, you know. But anyway, it's the same thing if you're in a booth. If you're renting space in a brick and mortar shop, if you have stuffed your booth with all kinds of things and you think, oh man, I'm just going to really have a great blowout month, you may, but you're not going to sell every one of those items that you have in your booth. So keep that in mind. Don't when you're looking at all your inventory, don't add up everything that's in your booth and think this is what I'm going to make, because it's not going to happen. So just a warning, and to let you know a little bit about what's going on. And oh, and last night we had a real scare because our puppy Rambo uh, vomited, which is nothing big. I mean, animals are going to do that. But something happened to him after that, and he was yelping in pain and just trembling really bad. Scared my husband and I, and we ended up taking him to the animal. There's actually an emergency animal hospital not too far from us in Blounteville, Tennessee, and we ended up there. We I think we arrived there around six six between 6 and 6:30, and we checked out around 1 o'clock or so. So animal hospitals aren't a whole lot different than emergency rooms as far as that goes, but we were really fortunate to be able to have them available because they did take care of him. He had a bad case of gastritis. They put him on medication. They didn't have to keep him overnight, thank goodness. And he's fine this morning. So no more trembling. He's eating like he normally should. He's doing everything like he normally should. Well, I don't want to say normally, because what he normally does is not what he should be doing, which is he's really good at misbehaving. He chews everything, by the way. He just came in here. Oh, come here. Sorry, baby. Oh, this is Rambo. And we're both Asian. Do we look alike? But this is Rambo. And if it doesn't, well, if it's, regardless of what it is, it's either a toy or food to him. There's no in between. So, but anyway, we love our babies. Yes, we do. We love our babies. And we really thought that maybe what he had done was swallow something that he shouldn't have swallowed, like, oh no, a plastic toy or whatever. But $800 later, and our booth went up. Anyway, let's go on to something else. I've got some things to list and some things to show you. And as you can see from in back of me, I didn't get a whole lot done this week. And today my husband's not feeling well, so anyway. Okay, he brought this home yesterday. And I believe this is from the 50s. You see it okay? And she's got her arms move a little bit, so that means, of course, the musical instrument, which is, I believe, a lute, can also move around. There's no writing on this, but I think she was made in Hong Kong. And as I said, from probably the 50s, her little outfit here, she's got a cap and a jacket, and this is actually what do you call this? Sorry, when I look at my phone here and figure out what, okay, that's what I thought. It's, this fabric is lamaze, gold lamaze, and it was real popular at one time. I guess it really still is, but they used it a lot for evening gowns and things like that. But this will go on, I think this will go on online. And this little girl I've had for a while, cute as can be. Little black girl taking a bath in an old-fashioned tub, wooden tub. And she is signed. Well, she's not only signed, whoops, you see that? Okay. She's not only signed, she has a certificate to go with her. And she's just, I think, precious. Very, very collectible. Here's the certificate. And this is, she's actually part of All God's Children. It's a line that Martha Holcomb, the artist, came out with. And as I said, I just have the one, but there is a large line of these. So very cute. And she will also be going online. So, and I've got 3 little figurines here. And these are Ivy and Innocence. And these are also very collectible. And they're really dollhouse size, I think, dollhouse size. It's a fire captain and his Dalmatian. Waiter. And, of course, there always has to be a fair maiden somewhere. But these will also be going online. And I checked their comps, and to be real honest, comps aren't real great. But the ones that did sell, man, like, there was one little figurine, and I'm not putting down any other eBayers, little bitty figurine. The shipping on this should probably be maybe $5 or less, and they charged $10 for it. And the figurine itself was like $2 or $3. So, but anyway, I mean, you know, which is fine. But I just thought that was a little much. So anyway, I'm going to be selling all 3 of them together, and they'll be going for one mailing price. So, and for those of you who like China, meaning fine china, I've got these they're also collectible. I've had these for a while. But I've got 2, they look like saucers, but they're actually, I think, sandwich plates. And I have one, it's kind of a shallow bowl. See how shallow? So I wouldn't really call it a platter, but maybe that's what it was meant to be. So, but anyway, all of these will be going on eBay. And I would tell you what it is, but I can't see it. So I've sold these before. I know what they are. I can't remember. But you know, I'm old. Come on. Oh. Then a friend of mine gave me some smalls, little figurines that I think are just as cute as can be. I think everything's cute. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to have to look these up because I don't know where they came from or anything like this. But this little bird in a cage. The cage opens up. And here we are with a little parrot. It has colors like no bird I've ever seen. And we are bird people too. We've got 2 parrots. We did have 3. Oh, that reminds me also. We did have a big cockatoo. His name was Bailey. And if you look at my very earliest videos, you'll see him. And some people have asked me what happened to him. Well, we ended up giving him to a local zoo called Creation Kingdom. And we did that because we were getting so busy that we really couldn't pay attention to him with the positive time that we needed to. Cockatoos are also called Velcro birds because they'll attach themselves to you and they won't leave you alone. You know, they want your attention all the time. And he was a great bird. Sang jingle bells, danced. He's just a great bird. So anyway, his name's Bailey, and if you want to see some of his videos, just, go back and take a look. But anyway, that's what we did with Bailey. And what he was starting to do was to really show out because we weren't home anymore as much as we were at one time when we first got him. And he ended up tearing things up. If you know anything about large parrots, they can be very destructive. And in his case, he turned, well, we had this cage in front of a window. He got out one day when we weren't here. We came back, and the windowsill was basically toothpicks. Everything was just laying down on the floor. And he was standing in there, happy as can be, with his feet, I guess. Yeah. And he also chewed up the door of a china cabinet that we had. So anyway, we didn't want to. We both pretty much cried when we got rid of him, when we gave him away. But he's better off. He's someplace where children can talk to him and laugh at him, and he was just a cool bird. I hope you do look at some of his videos, because he was a white bird, and cockatoos are large. But anyway, he was a white bird, yellow crested cockatoo. And by crest, I mean, birds will have this little thing that comes up. How you like that? My thing doesn't come up that easy. But anyway, he would, one thing that he used to do, apparently he used to belong to someone who was really into football, because occasionally he would yell, "Touchdown!" And when he did that, he would raise his wings and his crown would come up. And he belly laughed. And take a look at his videos. I do hope that you do that, because he was funny. But anyway, okay, back to these little smalls. Cute. Little puppies. Little Dalmatian. Aren't these cute? Anyway, I've got a bunch of those. I'm going to look them up. Excuse me. And see what they are. Get them listed, or put them in one of the shops. But, oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you something. When all of this talk about the shops and everything, we're coming out of one of the shops. Did I tell you that? Not the shop, but one of the booths. So in Johnson City, we, instead of having 4 booths, we're going to have 3 booths. I think I did tell you that. Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. Not a cold, just the stupid lung stuff that I've got. And Cynthia, I wanted to thank you for the joke that you sent me. I appreciate that, because I was a bit on burnout, and she sent me a joke, and it did help cheer me up, corny as it was. And I love corny jokes. So anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I guess that's it. So anyway, I do hope that if you're not subscribed yet, that you subscribe, and check like, please, if you enjoyed this. If you didn't enjoy it, give me a thumbs down. At least I'll know that you didn't like it. And if you have a moment or two, comment, especially if you've sold everything that you listed on eBay in 1 month. So, or if you sold everything that you had in a booth in 1 month. I'd really like to know how in the world you did that. So anyway, thanks again for stopping in. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you come back. And God bless you. Bye-bye. Have a great day.